In terms of visual accommodation. Visual accommodation is the thing that in our society today, we require things from the human eye that never existed. In the past, if we looked at our ancestors, say, 50,000 years ago,
right,
they weren't reading things up close, and they were maybe doing a little bit of work up close, but mostly they were looking at things far away. The labor on the eye was so much less than it is today. Certainly they were dealing with UV radiation and things, but most of them probably only lived till about 30 or 35, so it really didn't matter. But what's fascinating is astaxanthin is something that's an ingredient that helps us with that visual accommodation, which is working really close for extended periods of time, and then the ability to then focus far. And so your ability to accommodate those different range requirements.
That leads me to kind of where I'm going with this. I was always going to ask you, this day and age, we're all into our gadgets, clearly. Most of us, we're on our phones and our tablets and our laptops and our PCs. Does that have a negative effect?
Oh, without question.
Is it the eye strain?
Oh, no, well, eye strain and just the exposure to radiation, that whether we're using laptops or devices, these are radiation sources. So we now have radiation sources that are very close to us. So, which is a whole nother issue.
It's another show.
But yes, so the answer is yes.
Right.
That when we're looking at radiation from these screens, that radiation affects the tissues of our eyes. It's unavoidable, it's inescapable. We have to accept it and do something about it. And the protective compounds in Ultimate Eye, astaxanthin, helps us with our ability to deal with all that close work, which is basically eye strain. We weren't designed to look at a computer monitor, and I'm just as guilty of it. When I get involved answering my emails or writing a blog, I could sit frozen in front of my computer for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours at a time, and that's not good to have a screen 3 feet for your face from that time, and to do that over the course of decades. And it's what so many of us do. So the simple recognition of that fact, and there's a lot of great science on these ingredients, is to give your body the tools to accommodate those kinds of challenges.
And it all begins with Ultimate Eye. I know a lot of you are ordering that right now. We're excited to see